In today's video, we're going to take a look at a really cool and really affordable knife from the folks at Dogwood Customs, the Echo 7. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So I had a chance at Blade Show a couple of months ago to connect with Dan Eastland from Dogwood Custom Knives. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to it up, probably right up here. But Dan makes some really nice, really high-end custom knives. But he also has this kind of a mid-tech, lower budget line. And he was kind enough to send me home one of these Echo 7s. So in this video, we're going to take you down to the old stump top, get to doing some of that knife stuff, and probably, you know, check the balance. And we're going to do that right after this word from one of our sponsors. This video is sponsored by my friends at Click Belt. The Click Belt I'm wearing today is my 2-ply tactical duty belt. And I've been wearing this for a couple of years. As you can see, it still looks very nice and supports my Glock 19 very well. Click belts are available in a wide range of colors and styles, including custom options, all sewn right here in the USA, featuring genuine Austrian Cobra buckles and a full lifetime warranty. So I encourage you to check out our friends at Click Belt. There'll be a link in the description below and probably one right up here. Tell them Brian said hello. Okay, we're back. So this is the Echo 7 from Dogwood Customs, and it is a mid-tech knife. And we're going to take, before we take it down the stump top, let me just kind of explain what that is, because I didn't know and I had to ask Dan. And basically, this mid-tech is kind of a generic term that a lot of custom knife makers use. That what that does, that allows them to take one of their designs and kind of blend some production work into it along with their custom work, so they can offer it at a lot lower price. For example, this knife is almost exactly the same. It's kind of a derivative of his Echo 5 custom version, which sells for around the $300 mark, you know, depending upon handle scales and different options, but somewhere around $300. The price on this one, at least at the time of this video, is $100, and a really nice sheath for $20. So $120 for a really nice, very well made knife. And the way he does that is, like on this Echo 7, this knife blade itself is manufactured by a larger company that he leases production facilities from, production time. And then the micarta handles are CNC cut instead of just a blank being on there and shaped down by hand. And then Dan still hand assembles and quality checks every one of these in his shop. So basically he specs out the parts and does the final fitting and finish at his shop. So, which allows him to offer a really high quality knife at a fraction literally of the price of one of his custom models. So anyway, there's that. I thought I would explain that to you before we go down to the old stump top. So I have done so. Let's go down the old stump top and get to doing some of that knife stuff. Okay, so here is the Dogwood Customs Echo 7, and the knife features a 4-inch long, 8-inch thick blade of 01 tool steel, and it's available with either a satin finish or this nice patina on it, and I think the patina looks pretty cool. Then it has natural micarta handles, scales, and Dan uses threaded fasteners on this, so if you want to take these off and keep it clean or oiled under there or whatever, or even replace them, you can. The fit and finish is really, really good on these. There's not a gap there I can see. I don't think anything's going to get in there. But if you use this a lot, like for skinning, or if you get it wet or whatever, it probably wouldn't hurt to be able to take it off and oil it, because that's pretty cool. Again, the price on this knife, at least at the time of this video, is $100 with no sheath. With a nice US-made leather sheath, it is $120. So pretty cool there. Let's get to doing some knife stuff now. Oh, by the way, this thing has a Saber Grind. Look at if you can see that. You can see the really, really even bevel on there. Nice Saber Grind edge. If you look at the finish there, look at, I don't know what do you call it? I don't know what you call that. And then it's got an exposed tang here with a lanyard hole in it. And you can also use that for hitting stuff if you want to. Obviously, it's a full tang knife. You can also see that the blade is almost like a spear point. So the point of the blade is kind of a drop point / spear point. I don't know what you would call it. I call it a spear point, but I like it a lot. So it feels really good in my hands. I wear medium gloves, so for me it fits really perfectly. If you have really large hands, this handle might be a little small for you, to be honest with you, because you can see how much is left in my medium hands. So anyway, let's get to doing some knife stuff now. So I'm just going to do the standard things that I normally do with knives, and one of those is going to be, we're going to baton some wood here to split it out. Now, first of all, so if you happen to be one of those anti-batoners, let me just tell you, I understand you're not going to find a split up, cut up piece of wood in the woods. I mean, you're probably not going to need to split a huge log or whatever with a knife. And also, I understand that maybe you've been camping and hunting and whatever in the woods for decades and never had to baton anything. But I'm going to do it anyway. So this has been laid on the ground. It's been raining for a couple of days. You can see it's pretty solid, but it's also kind of wet. So, you know, if I want to start a fire and I can't find any twigs, because everywhere there's not little twigs. Anyway, I'll shut up. And I'm going to quit defending my decision to baton and just do it. So let me see if I can get this where you can see it. And we're going to beat the heck out of this thing. We're not going to beat the heck out of it. We are going to baton with it, though. Because the Saber Grind does a good job of batoning, because it just splits that stuff open pretty good. So we'll take this, cut it down a couple more times. There are times when actually being able to baton something like this is very, very helpful. Like maybe you're making trying to make a hearth board for a bow drill set, or just trying to split that sucker open. Let's see what we can do with this. Put it to the side, front. Can you see it back here better? Let's put it back here better. Trying to hit on the exposed part of the tank so I don't beat up these micarta handles too badly. But it's in there now. Let's crank it up. So what I wanted to do was get down to this nice dry center, and that's what we're going to do. So move you out of the way. Next we're going to do a little carving. You know I like to carve feathers, and that's what I'm going to do right now. See if we can carve some little tiny feathers here on this thing. All the different edge profiles, whether it's a Saber Grind or a Scandi grind or a full flat grind or a hollow grind or a convex grind or whatever, they all have a slightly different, they'll require a little slightly different technique, and it takes a little getting used to. So if you're used to one kind of grind and then you start using a different kind of grind, sometimes it might take you a little while to kind of get the groove of it. I guess I'm fortunate enough that I've used so many different ones over the last 5 years or so reviewing knives that some of them I like better than others. I kind of do like the Saber Grind a lot. You can see this thing curling off those nice little curls. You just got to get the angle right. Once you get the angle right, it's making those nice little corkscrews and curly cues there. Pretty nice. Man, look at all those little big ones. So, what do you think about that? Not too shabby. So we're going to put you down right here like so. Actually, I'm just going to cut it off and leave it right there like so. Oh, you know where we're going now, don't you? The old fat wood. Let me tilt you back down here. I'm kind of got the camera moved now, since we're not batoning. And you know I love me some fat wood, so let's just see. Look at that, man. Smell it, smell it. Oh, it smells so good. So, I know a lot of people say, I don't want a sharp spine. It hurts my thumb. Why do you need a sharp spine? Well, that's one reason right there. So, let's try without the fat wood first and see. Because I batoned that and went to the inside just so we could find the dry wood. Okay, I couldn't remember which pocket my ferro rod was in. This is an old one I made with a fat wood handle, and you can see it's got a little bit of use on it. But let's just see what happens here with the non-fat wood feathers first. Come on, baby, come on, you can do it. All right, put you right there. And we got it. Not bad. Let me show you why I like me some fat wood so much. Yes, indeedy. Okay, so that was some of the knife stuff with the Dogwood Customs Echo 7, and everything performed flawlessly. Again, it's not an axe, it's not designed to chop down trees, but it did split that wood pretty good. Carves like nobody's business. Nice Saber Grind, very, very comfortable handle. It's got just a little bit of a swell there. I probably didn't show you that when we got up before. Nice, and a nice swell there, very rounded. It feels really, really good in my hand. And the spine is perfect for striking, scraping, whatever you need to do. So that's all the kind of practical tests. But you may know here at Survival on Purpose Worldwide Headquarters, we maintain a state-of-the-art, cutting-edge knife testing facility. And even though, and I'll show you in a minute, our balance orientation device is soon to be upgraded because that one is almost messed up, so to speak. We're gonna go ahead, and this may be the last testing that we do with that particular device before the upgrade. But we're going to test the balance on this thing. Now, let me tell you right now up front, I'm pretty sure that Dogwood Customs does not approve my balance testing method, and I'm sure that's probably not well beyond the design intent parameters of this knife. So probably not going to help with a warranty situation if something happens to it. But science is science, right? And we have to do things scientifically here. That's why I have to replace the balance orientation and rotation device. See if we can get her calibrated. Okay, that was a good one. One more time. Okay, so we're going to call this one balanced, and we're just going to conclude our initial look at the Dogwood Customs Echo 7. And I have to say, at the $100 mark, I think this is an excellent, excellent value. The design is very, very good. Dan is a great designer. The fit and finish is very, very nice. The balance is really good, and it is very functional and usable. Just a very, very nice design. I like this one a lot. So I will put a link in the video description where you can go to Dogwood Customs and check it out yourself and look at some of his other cool stuff too. He really does have some nice knives. Check out that Firefly handle material, by the way. It is so cool. One more look at it. So anyway, thanks again to Dan at Dogwood Customs for sending me home from Blade Show with the Echo 7. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing, for clicking that thumbs up, and for sharing this video with all your friends. And thanks for checking out the sponsor list in the video description. Many of them have discounts, and all of them are companies I know and trust. And I really appreciate your support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.